All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Thanks so much for subscribing to this channel. Well, my people, this is another one reaching us. Well, still on the matter, Yoruba Nation no going back. Exactly what the people are still talking about. Well, this is another one reaching us on our table. It says Professor Akintoye being forced to hand over leadership baton to Professor Wale Adeniran, says Ilana Oodua. All right, my people, the news in details. Onto this, the Interim Executive Council of the Ilana Oodua Worldwide yesterday said it rejected the selection and the nomination of Professor Wale Adeniran as the head of Ilana Oodua in place of Professor Banji Akintoye. The Interim Executive Council of the Ilana Oodua Worldwide yesterday said it rejected the selection and the nomination of Professor Wale Adeniran as the head of Ilana Oodua in place of Professor Banji Akintoye. The group, in a statement jointly signed by its chairman Tanimowo Okusaga and then Secretary Kunle Adelakun Rubodo, said that the new interim executive of the Ilana Oodua Worldwide would not allow those with ulterior motives to undermine the agenda of the self-determination movement. According to the statement, in line with its mandate, the executive would review the constitution of the organization, correct some anomalies, and then elect officers as demanded by Congress. All right, and then meanwhile, the statement reads in part, it says the shady election was nullified by the Congress at the secretariat of the Ilana Oodua Worldwide on the ground that it was unjust, unconstitutional, undemocratic, not transparent, free, fair, credible, and then therefore voided. The executive maintaining that Ilana Oodua, being the foremost Yoruba self-determination group, must lead by a good example, declared that any attempt to force Wale Adeniran, who was fraudulently foisted on the group but who personally resigned and then announced his decision to the public recently on account of his unabetting spurious character, shall be resisted, as the organization is bigger than any individual. Furthermore, we are aware that the life of Professor Banji Akintoye had been threatened several times by Mr. Wale Adeniran and Mr. Maxwell Adeleye, with both of them pressurizing Akintoye to vacate the scene to pave the way for the installation of Adeniran as the Alano, or the supreme leader, while Baba Akintoye would be reduced to a mere patron and a stooge. This is a failed coup d'etat. Meanwhile, all the empirical evidence shall be produced at the appropriate time. The hidden agenda being orchestrated by Adeniran, Maxwell, and their cohort had been unaided by members of the Ilana Oodua. We have resisted their secret agenda and imposition plans, both privately and publicly. We are fighting the battle and we are not ready to give up the fight. Adeniran and his co-traveler Adeleye are obviously bent on tarnishing or destroying the collective interest of the Yoruba people. It is extremely sad, absurd, and uncut to have seen a few elements who are hell-bent to sabotage a long-time dream of the sons and daughters of Yoruba for their personal greed and selfishness. If not resisted, this could mortgage our future and that of our coming generation as a people with a common destiny. Nonetheless, the Executive Council and the General Assembly of Ilana or Oodua will never allow this rot to destroy the hope of the Yoruba people and the Yoruba nation. We want to state unequivocally that the Congress resolutions supersede the individual powers of the Alano to impose illegalities on the Assembly of Ilana or Oodua worldwide. Baba Adebanji Akintoye is reputed for failing to uphold the sanity and the sanctity of the constitution of the Ilana Homo Oodua worldwide, and then is perceived to indulge in a divide and rule system which promotes acrimony and then disdain. Issuance of certificates signed by non-members of Ilana or Oodua to unelected persons who are products of illegal and criminal electoral exercise as executives of Ilana or Oodua is both curious and then unacceptable. Baba Debanji Akintoye inconsistencies and the style of pledging loyalties to the agenda of certain elements rather than the collective will of the General Assembly of Ilana Oodua worldwide paints the Alano as an enemy of the General Assembly of the foremost Yoruba self-determination group. Conclusively, it is on record that the Congress on the 1st of November declared opened by Professor Akintoye was not done in a secret sitting room in Cotonou, but at the Secretariat of the Ilana Oodua Worldwide in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. We reiterate the fact that the certificates of the return being purportedly given out to Adeniran and his social media escort at a secluded place are nothing but a fraud comparable to the fallacy and the fraudulently concocted Nigerian 1999 constitution. It is well known that Professor Adeniran did not contest for the position of chairman during the Congress. Therefore, it is unbelievable and against the democratic norm to have seen Professor Akintoye begging the elected ESCO members produced by the Congress held in Ibadan on November 1st to accept Mr. Adeniran as the chairman of the Ilana Oodua. Though we understand the pressure being mounted on Baba Akintoye to vacate his position for Adeniran, notwithstanding, we are resolute in our collective decision to rescue the Yoruba from the distractors and the anti-progressive forces congregating in Cotonou Republic of Benin. All right, my people, and this is what is reaching us right now. This is serious. Well, God will give them the embattlement. It is not that easy to put heads together. This has been said by Thomas Vick. Well, in any organization, there is bound to be a storming period, but Yorubas must work on unity. Leadership crisis shouldn't be allowed in this type of organization at a critical time like we are. Well, this has been said by Joe. Well, according to Wahid, he said, well, you guys should be careful of sponsored intruders. Well, according to guests on this as well, what is happening now? This is ego and the spirit of superiority in display. If not, when you all day you are fighting for one, Okay, well, you are fighting for one common agenda, that is Yoruba nation. Why are all these power fights among you? Nobody is perfect. If there is any wrong observation or move by anybody or group, it can be corrected without resulting to exposing yourselves to the enemies. AD àti àṣàsí kò ní dóyin. Okay, well, I think a lot of people will understand that. Yeah, so AD and assassin will not be our portion. Well, I think that's what he's trying to say there. Well, according to tell the truth, he said, well, where is the unity they have been clamoring for? Okay, yes, the Yorubas are still suffering from the four causes of the late Alaafin Ahole of yesteryears. Okay, that's another one. A lot of comments keep coming in right now. My people onto this one, and then this will make us to understand what people are actually saying about a particular topic. Well, according to an anonymous person, this one is saying that, well, I am surprised at Prof.Adeniran who wants to replace Professor Akintoye. Why should someone of Adeniran caliber not adhere to Yoruba culture of respect to his leader? Baba Akintoye is alive and then active and then has worked tirelessly for Yoruba collective purpose. What is the selfish ambition of Professor Wale Adeniran and those beating his drum? Are they already looking for position of yet to be nation? This is how you know bad eggs within us. That's serious. Oodua worldwide should please for the coming generations yet unborn and the present allow Baba Banji Akintoye finish his assignment. All right, well, people, a lot of comments keep coming in onto this one. But one thing we know for sure is that as far as this movement is concerned, if there is no unity, a lot of things definitely will go wrong. I've said this times with that number that our people should try as much as possible to work in one accord, in one addendum, so that this Yoruba nation will definitely be achieved and the enemies will not laugh at everyone and exactly what it is onto this one, what exactly is going on. Let me have your own take on this, my people, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.